5-year-old who works from home. I live with my parents at my parents' house. My little sister Emma graduated college the other day and she started working for a company this year. Emma, who lives alone in an apartment that's about an hour train ride from here, is a bit mentally weak, but she's very considerate and kind. We sisters are very close to each other. And a few days after we had a party for Emma, who got a job at our parents' house, we went to a restaurant together.
This pasta is so good. Thanks for always coming to hang out around my house. I'm sorry for troubling you, sis. Isn't it far?
No problem! Don't worry, remember? I can work on the train as well.
But, sis, you're too nice. Don't be too considerate about others and stress yourself out.
Oh, come on. You're the one who's being too considerate, Emma. By the way, this soup is delicious. You should try it before it gets cold. Yes, back then Emma looked happy and healthy. But a while after Emma started working, I got worried about how she's doing. So one night, I decided to call her. Hey, Emma, are you available right now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a bit busy now.
Oops, did I call at the wrong time? I'm sorry. By the way, your voice seems to be echoing.
Huh? Oh, I'm in the bathroom at my office.
Huh? Wait, it's 10 in the night. You're still working?
Yeah, I wanted to master my job quickly, so I chose to work until late.
Then at the other side of the phone, I heard a female voice saying, Emma, Mr. Taylor is calling and he's angry.
Sis, I'm sorry, I have to go.
Oh, no problem. I'm sorry too. Tell me when you're free. I'll call you again. I hung up the phone, but I felt that she was acting strange, so I got a bit worried. No matter how long I waited, Emma never texted me when she was available. I'm having a bad feeling about this. I couldn't just do nothing, so a few days later, I went to visit Emma's house. It was 10 in the night, but Emma wasn't home. I did line her, saying, I'll visit to your house tonight beforehand, but she didn't reply. And when Emma finally came home, it was already midnight.
Huh? Sis, why are you here?
Emma, who was lit by the outdoor lights, had lost a lot of weight, and her hair was also a mess. I didn't realize who she was at first. Emma, what's going on? You lost so much weight.
Oh, I'm on a diet.
I see. I texted you, but you didn't see my messages?
Yeah, I was too exhausted after work, and I didn't have the energy to check.
Emma was definitely acting strange. I instantly realized something was wrong. So I quickly texted my mom saying, I'll stay over at Emma's tonight. I asked Emma to let me inside. Her room was a mess, which was impossible to imagine considering how much she loved cleaning. The trash was full in the kitchen, and...
I'm sorry. I still have some work to do. Can you sit there and watch TV while you wait?
Then Emma made some space on the sofa, which was littered with papers that were probably related to her work so that I could sit. But I didn't sit on the sofa, and started cleaning the kitchen while Emma worked on her computer. She looked really focused on her work, so she didn't realize that I was cleaning her kitchen. And she continued to work on her computer for more than 2 hours straight. I couldn't wait any longer, so I asked Emma, Hey, Emma, did something happen at work?
Huh? No, it's nothing. It's my responsibility that I'm not good at work and unable to finish everything by the end of the day. It's because I'm incompetent.
Emma suddenly burst into tears. I wanted her to go to sleep early, seeing the black circles under her eyes, so I didn't ask too much about what happened at work. But it was clear that Emma wasn't okay. From that day, I decided to stay over at Emma's apartment. And the next day, before I woke up at 7 in the morning, Emma had already left. She comes home so late but goes to work so early. I was honestly surprised. Around lunch, when I was working in Emma's room, I saw that the button on Emma's computer was turning off and on repeatedly. Emma's computer's in sleep mode. It's not good when a computer is kept on sleep mode for a long time. I knew that I shouldn't touch her computer without her permission, but I used it anyways. Then I heard a beep, and on the right corner of the screen, I saw a line notification. It seemed like there was a new message in the group chat at her office, and it was Mr. Taylor who had sent the message. I recalled the woman's voice I heard when I called Emma the other day, saying Mr. Taylor is mad or something like that. Is that him? Then when I saw the message he sent Emma, I froze for a while. I'm going home now. So make sure you create all the documents that we're supposed to send to our clients by tomorrow. Gosh! What's going on with him? It's still so early, but he's already going home? Emma's working early in the morning till late at night, but this guy called Mr. Taylor goes home at past 2. He makes his juniors do all the work for him so that he can go home early. Isn't he the typical toxic boss? That day, I got really worried about Emma, so I went out of the apartment at past 9 and waited for Emma to come home. After 2 hours... I'm so exhausted. Emma, who was walking towards my direction, was on the verge of tears. She was mentally sick, and she didn't seem to realize that the students walking past her were whispering, "Look at her. Her hair is a mess and her skin is horrible." I quickly rushed towards her. "Emma!" I ran to her. "Sis!" Emma suddenly broke down into tears. I took her to her apartment as I supported her body. I asked her what was going on, but she couldn't stop crying and was not in the state to talk. It looked like she hadn't showered since yesterday, so I took her to the bathroom and made her go to sleep that night. The next morning, 4 a.m., I woke up when the sky was still dark and prepared some breakfast for Emma. Then Emma woke up 30 minutes later.
Good morning, sis. Wait, you cooked breakfast? I'm so sorry. I should have been the one to do that.
Forget it. You have to go to work again today, right? Bring this with you.
Is it a protective charm?
I bought it at a shrine on my way to the supermarket yesterday. Make sure you carry it with you at all times. The charm I bought for you is very powerful. It was past 11 again when Emma came home that night.
I'm home.
She looked worn out as usual. As her sister, it was too heartbreaking to see her like this. Welcome home. Go take a shower. I have dinner ready for you.
No, I have work left to do.
Forget it! Just take a shower first, okay? After I aggressively said so, Emma went to take a shower. While she was gone, I found the charm I gave to Emma this morning and opened what was inside. I'd actually put a recording device inside the charm. It made me guilty for doing something like this, but if I didn't do it, Emma would hold all her struggles inside and break down soon. And as I suspected, a surprising conversation was recorded inside the device.
Oh, hello, it's Taylor. Emma has been in charge of the client, but from now on, I'll take over for her instead. Yes, please, don't worry. Yes, I hope to work with you in the future. Thank you. Goodbye. Now I'm in first place for succeeding with the biggest project in this office again. Hey, listen, all of you! Make sure you bring your projects to me when you're about to finish it.
This guy, he's stealing all the other employees' success and his achievements, but he still goes home so early every day. After listening to all the recordings, I found out that the other employees had to work even harder because Taylor didn't work at all. It was like he was harassing his juniors, but not to the point where he's gonna get sued. Her company was clearly abusing her, but her mental state was so horrible that she was forced to believe that she had to continue working there. I bet there were so many people in society who are forced to believe that way, including the other employees at her office. I wanted to let Emma from that curse earlier as her sister. When I questioned Emma, who came out of the shower using the recorded conversation.
I'm sorry to make you worried, but everyone else at work is working hard too. I can't just quit my job and escape while others are trying hard. And I just started working here. I think it's too irresponsible if I quit already.
Listen, Emma. Don't you think it's more like you're trying to escape if you continue to work there doing nothing about it?
Huh?
And you're not being treated like a human being, so you don't have to act like a responsible person. I've made my decision. Emma, let's fight back. Like this, after I got Emma's approval, I decided to take action. And I was able to make Taylor get what he deserved. The next day, I visited Emma's company. I talked with the receptionist, and when I talked to the CEO through the internal phone line, he gladly invited Emma over to his office. May I come in? A middle-aged man was watching videos at his desk and laughing out loud while the other employees worked hard. So I guessed that guy was Taylor.
Huh? Who are you?
Taylor, who realized me standing by the entrance, talked to me. I'm Emma's sister.
Huh? Emma's? You're causing us trouble. An outsider isn't allowed to come into our office. Hey, Emma! Your sister's here! Tell her to leave! She's disturbing our work!
I've received permission from the CEO. You just said I'm disturbing your work, but you're not doing any work.
Huh?
Emma comes home looking worn out every night because you don't do your work. The other employees have to work even harder, no?
What the hell? You keep on talking when I stay silent! You suddenly came in and you're blabbering nonsense!
This is the truth! When I took out my smartphone, I played my part of the recording from yesterday, where Mr. Taylor was treating Emma the most horribly with full volume.
What is this recording?
Taylor's face turned pale by each second, and the other employees also started bustling around. And when we heard Emma say, "Help me," in a small voice.
This must be a joke. Hey you! Give me that phone! I'll erase this nonsense from your phone right now!
Like that, Taylor tried to take away my phone from my hand, but I quickly dodged and escaped. I bet he was panicking now that his junior sister, who he never thought would take advantage of him, had undeniable evidence. Taylor tripped on his own foot and he fell down on top of the plant located in the corner of the office.
I don't know where you got the recording from, but I know a junior who's a famous lawyer. If you ever try to do something to me, I'll call him and sue you!
You can never do that because there's no reason for us to be sued by you! Emma suddenly stood up and raised her voice. Because of you, all the employees of this department had to work on projects that were not this responsibility. But you took all our finished projects and pretended like they were yours, making all kinds of excuses. We were all working until late, but you go home early every day. I can't endure this any longer! Emma, well said! I guess hearing Emma, who was a new employee, speak up against this matter motivated the other employees to speak up, and they also started telling us what Taylor had done to them, looking a bit afraid. Hierarchy is important at work. It seemed like they were finally free of the curse of not being allowed to go against their boss no matter what. I can clearly see they broke free from it at that moment.
What are you all doing? Okay then, I know. I'll ask my junior who works as a famous lawyer and sue all of you! You all better get prepared to pay for compensation. The junior I'm talking about is a very talented lawyer, so he'll win against you all in no time. That's enough, Taylor! Huh? Whoa! CEO!
Taylor shouted out loud. Actually, it was the CEO who took me here. I had him wait outside and observe secretly to see how Taylor would react when I played my recordings.
Everyone, I'm very sorry. It's all my fault as the CEO. If there's anything else you know about Taylor, I want you to tell me all about it. After listening to all of you, I'll decide what to do and how to punish Taylor.
When the CEO apologized to everyone in the room.
Punish? Wait a minute, sir. I'm the employee who brought the best results to the company, and I've been contributing to the growth of the company. I never thought that this was the result of you stealing your junior's projects. Even if you weren't working for us, no. It's better if you're not working for us, because the employees would be able to work more freely, resulting in a larger growth and profit. Wait, sir, please, give it a second thought. I have a wife and child to take care of.
The CEO apologized to the employees once again and quickly left the office. But Taylor grabbed onto the CEO's legs and wept as he shouted, "Wait a minute, sir," while he was being dragged on the floor. After that, Taylor resigned. After he got a pay cut, his wife took their child and left the house. Plus, the employees grouped up and decided to sue Taylor. I, of course, cooperated by giving Emma the recording. At first, I was worried if we'd be able to sue him with just recordings and testimonies by the other employees, but it seemed like they can provide proof about overwork and having no weekends, so they successfully got to demand a decent amount of compensation from Taylor. Surprisingly, the lawyer who joined their side with the help of the CEO was the junior he was talking about, who was famous lawyer. What kind of coincidence is that? Without waiting for the trial results to come out, Taylor quit the company. Considering his age, he struggled to find a new job, but he finally found a company that hired him. But the company turned out to be a really evil company. I heard he's even worn out than Emma when he comes home every day. On the contrary, now that Taylor's gone, Emma has been able to work in a very nice environment with the support from the CEO. Now she rarely has to work until late. And she doesn't even have to work home for hours after leaving the office. As her sister, I'm relieved to see Emma back to her happy self. By the way, Emma invited me over the other day and I visited her house.
Sis, thanks again for helping me out.
It looks like you're recovering. You're looking healthy, so I'm glad.
Come on in. To thank you for all the things you've done for me, I prepared a feast for you, sis.
Huh? You cooked for me? Yay! You're such a good cook.
I've prepared your favorite egg dishes, and I also made some puddings too. The eggs used to make this pudding really special. One of my colleagues grows a chicken at home. He produces eggs at home as part of his hobby. I made the pudding using the eggs he gave me. He said he was moved to see your courageous actions, and when I told him you loved eggs, he gave me 30 eggs.
Oh, that must be delicious then.
Right?
Come on, let's dig in. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm coming in then. My name is Paige, a 27-year-old office worker. It's already been 5 years since I started working for this company, and now I'm a mid-level employee. Now I get assigned with larger projects, and I'm having a busy but fulfilling life. But there was one problem. At my office, there was an employee called Hazel who was the same age as me. And we've been working at the same department since we joined the company. But actually, she tends to act like she's better than others and look down on me.
Hey, Paige, do you know this brand?
Then she showed me a bag with a logo of a famous brand.
The staff recommended it to me, saying I look great with it. You know, I look great with luxury bags. I bought them again. Okay.
Well, I don't care if she likes luxury brands or not. But I bet she's gonna look down on me again, as usual.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're too poor to buy any luxury brands. You're obsessed with saving money, so you even bring your own lunchbox. I was being inconsiderate. I'm sorry.
See, here she goes again. I knew it was coming, but she really irritates me. I'm making my own lunchbox to get the necessary nutrients. And it's not because I'm obsessed with saving money. And I'm saving money for my dreams, so I don't want to waste any money. Well, I'm not interested in luxury brands anyways. But Hazel always acts like this, so it really stresses me out. Plus, she was born and grew up in the metropolitan area, so she looks down on me, who's from the rural side.
I'm so jealous of people who are from the countryside. The air's clean and you get vegetables for free from your own farm. I've been in the urban area since I was born, so I really envy the clean air. I can only see the stars when I visit resorts on trips, and I've only bought vegetables from high-end supermarkets.
Ugh, it's so annoying to see her pretend like she doesn't mean to look down on me. She's right about the air being clean back in my hometown, but not everyone makes their own vegetables at their farms. And did you hear her say resorts? And high-end for no particular reason? I can endure her looking down on me, but Hazel has a horrible attitude at work. She usually comes to work late, and she slacks off, forcing others to do work for her. If she wasn't there, the working environment would be 100 times better. But now I'm so full of happiness that I can forget about her existence. Actually, I'm having a wedding ceremony with my boyfriend Miles. We've constantly been saving up our money for marriage, and we've finally saved enough. Miles is 3 years older than me, and now he's 30 years old. We got to know each other through our hobby of visiting temples. And as we spend time together every weekend to visit temples, we fell in love with each other. The more stamps we get from the temples, the deeper our love gets. Today, we visited my boss at work to inform him about our marriage and invited him to our wedding ceremony as well.
Oh, I see. Congratulations, Paige. Then we also have to celebrate at the office.
My boss congratulated us like that, but after Hazel heard about it, she started being sarcastic again.
Huh? Paige, are you getting married? I didn't know you had a boyfriend.
She was trying her best to act normally, but it was clear that she was losing her calm. Why would I tell her that I had a boyfriend? I knew that she would look down on me again if she got to know that I had a boyfriend, so I didn't tell her on purpose.
I see. Okay. Oh, I know. You've been keeping it a secret because he's not worth mentioning.
She's making up stories that suit her again.
Well, you're getting older, so I guess you just decided to settle with an ordinary guy. Giving up is important too.
Gosh, we're the same age. What do you mean, give up? I'm getting married because I love my partner. I don't care if he's ordinary or not. I'm so happy right now because I love him. I bragged about my love a bit, but she didn't seem affected at all.
Yes, I know. Good for you. For a boring, impoverished type of girl like you, it's your last chance to get married, so make sure you keep him with you.
Huh? What is that supposed to mean?
You know, a high-spec beauty like me who grew up in the city can choose any kind of guy. So I want to spend time to find the best possible option. I was so popular when I went to a matchmaking party last weekend.
That's what she says. But it's well known in our department that she's been failing to find her match at parties that she goes to every single weekend. Considering her personality, it's no surprise our conversation ended there. But a few weeks later, on our way home from the temple, we ran into Hazel.
Oh, Paige, what a coincidence. Is he your boyfriend you were talking about?
Hazel looked really interested, judging Miles' appearance from head to toe. Yes, he's my boyfriend, Miles. Miles, this is my colleague, Hazel. Like that, I introduced them to each other.
Hello, nice to meet you. Thanks for being nice to Paige.
When Miles greeted Hazel, just like how everyone would.
Oh, I see.
She was smirking and had a bad attitude.
I knew it. You're a great match with Paige. You're wearing your workwear on your date. Do you work as a carpenter?
Actually, there was a mowing event at the temple we often visit. We volunteered to help, so we both wore clothes that we wouldn't mind getting dirty, so Hazel seemed to be misunderstanding. We volunteered to help with some cleaning today, but she didn't listen to a single thing that I said.
Gosh, you're so funny! Paige, he's such a good match for you. An impoverished guy with dirty clothes? Huh? So you work as a manual labor? I can't date a blue-collar worker.
How dare she make fun of someone's boyfriend? She's so rude, and Miles is the best boyfriend in the world, who I love from the bottom of my heart. And how dare she look down on manual laborers? I can't believe she judges people based on their occupation. Don't you think you're being a bit rude towards someone's boyfriend? He might look dirty because we were cleaning today, but he usually looks great and clean. When I replied, feeling irritated, she continued with an arrogant attitude, looking down on us.
Huh, well, I don't care. Let's say that's the case.
Hey, it's true. But Miles cut me off mid-sentence.
It's fine, Paige. I bet you're hungry now after feeling mad. Come on, let's get some lunch.
But...
Forget it. Let's go. We'll get going now.
Miles pulled me by my hand and we left. Oh, it makes me so mad! I can endure it if she just targets me, but if she says those kinds of things about you, I can't forgive her! Then Miles said to me, who was still feeling furious.
Calm down. I know you're feeling mad, but there's a lot of different people in the world. Those types of people never listen. So try to empty your mind and clear your head. Forget what happened. And let's go get something delicious.
As I expected from Miles, I love how mature he is. I easily lose my temper, so someone like Miles is definitely a great match. Like that, we decided to eat a nice lunch and forget about Hazel like nothing happened. Hazel never stopped looking down on me, and she would make me feel awful by saying mean things and being sarcastic whenever she had the chance to. But according to the rumor, she's still struggling to find a match at the parties and actually panicking on the inside. She actually wants to get married more than anyone else, but because of her personality, she can't find a match. So she really hates the fact that I'm getting married before her. On the day of my wedding, time flew by, and it was already the day of the ceremony. I honestly didn't want to invite Hazel, but because I invited my other colleagues, I couldn't just exclude her, who joined the company at the same time as me. On my big day, as soon as Hazel arrived, she started looking down on me again.
Hey, Paige! This venue is so small. I had trouble finding where it was. I got lost on the way.
I'm having my ceremony at a new venue that's relatively small. But how come she can't find it because it's too small? Then she started to look around the hall and said something like this.
What is this place? You have horrible taste, but it matches your impoverished status. The interior is boring and looks cheap. It's like a funeral rather than a wedding.
Gosh, can she stop? It's true that the hall had a simple and modern design without any gorgeous stage or chandelier. Both Miles and I liked this simple but nice vibe, and the other guests seemed to love it too.
As expected from a wedding between two poor people. If I was you, I would never have my wedding at a place like this.
Ugh, who does she think she is? How dare she insult me on my big day, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? For our wedding today, we've been preparing a lot and trying our best to make it the best day in our lives. How come she says these things? Miles, who was next to me, was also taken aback.
I think you're going a bit overboard.
But Hazel didn't stop. At that moment, I saw the CEO walking towards us from the entrance. She wasn't aware of the CEO who was approaching us, and Hazel continued to insult us and the venue. I secretly exchanged looks with Miles. We'll make her regret that she looked down on us. Like this, we decided to get revenge on this woman who looked down on us all the time.
Paige, your dress is also mediocre. I bet you tried to save money when renting your dress.
Okay, just say whatever you want. Because I didn't talk back, she was attacking me with whatever she wanted to say.
This venue shows how poor you are. It's so boring and obviously looks cheap.
It seems like she wasn't aware of the CEO standing right behind her. And finally, the CEO opened his mouth to speak.
Hello there, Paige and Miles. Congratulations for your marriage.
Sir, thank you. Then Hazel barged into our conversation, cutting off my words.
Sir, look at this venue. Doesn't it look so tiny and cheap?
How about we ask the main characters today, Paige and Miles? So, what do you think about our wedding hall that we have pride in as the owner?
It's an absolutely stunning and beautiful venue. I'm glad we got to be the first couple to get married here.
Hazel, who was listening to our conversation, looked really confused, unable to understand what I just said.
Huh? The owner of this hall?
Yep, that's right. This is a new business that our company started investing in. They thought that more people would want to hold weddings at smaller venues, so they built a small but fancy hall.
I've been listening to what you said, and you seem to insult our hall a lot.
About that, because Paige and her husband are poor, so they can't afford to hold large weddings.
Oh? So you're saying Miles is poor? Then I must apologize. Maybe we didn't invest enough to design this new hall.
Huh? Design? This person? Huh? Isn't he a carpenter?
Yes, Miles is actually a really popular architect. When they decided to ask a popular architect for their design, Miles was selected to be the one. It was just around the time when we decided to get married. So the CEO kindly offered that we should be the first couple to get married at the new hall.
I've been listening to everything you've said, but you've insulted our company too much. I've had enough, you stupid woman! If you can't congratulate your colleagues' happiness, you'd better leave right now!
I'm sorry. I
Hazel kept apologizing, but she got kicked out by the guards in the end. It looks like she was wandering around the venue for a while, but no one let her in, so she went home as she cried. Serves her right. After that, we successfully finished our wedding as all the guests congratulated us. It was a wonderful ceremony, and the guests praised us so much for it. After Hazel made the CEO mad, the other employees also submitted complaints about her, and she ended up being fired. She would always slack off and insult others whenever she opened her mouth to speak. It looks like she was also stalking one of our male clients. She also seemed to be in a lot of debt to buy all those branded goods, and her family even grew tired of her and kicked her out, so she moved into a cheap apartment. But the moneylenders found her, and I heard that she now works at a dangerous factory in the countryside. She's lucky she got to live in the countryside where the air is clean. On the contrary. The wedding hall was receiving great feedback, and Mal seemed to be very busy again. And actually...
Whoa, the temple we visited today was great. Our stamp booklets are full, too. I hope we can visit more temples together in the future.
It's going to be the three of us from now on.
Huh? Huh? Does that mean...
Yes, I'm pregnant.
I'm becoming a dad. I'll be the best dad in the world.
Oh, darling. I'm Paige, age 42. I'm an office worker and I live with my mom, Penny, at my parents' house. I'm home. I'm so exhausted as always. Welcome home, Paige. Dinner is ready. Wow, it's keema curry topped with fried eggs. It's rare to see you cook keema curry, Mom. I followed a recipe card I found at the supermarket yesterday. I've been wanting to challenge myself to cook dishes I've never tried before. I see. If you're looking for recipes, I think it would be more convenient to download the recipe app on your phone. But I still prefer this old flip phone. I just couldn't bring myself to start using a smartphone. It looks so difficult to use. I see. But it's convenient once you get used to it. I can teach you how to use it. Like this, I was living a happy life with my mom. But one weekend, when I was eating lunch at home with my mom... Yes! Kate? This is Kate. She's my sister who's 11 years younger than me. She's already married and moved out a long time ago. Sis, I got a divorce! Huh? Divorce? Kate's husband worked as the chief of the headquarters at a large corporation. He would spoil her and give her whatever she wanted, and I thought that they lived in a large house together. He started complaining about my pocket money. Isn't he so mean? Can I move in with you for a while? Like this, Kate moved back in with us since that day. She's my real sister, but honestly, I don't really like her. When we were kids, she used to steal my things from my room and selfishly try to make it hers. Every time that happened, my mom scolded her. And that made her a good girl for a while, but soon she would start doing the same again. It was about a month past since Kate moved in with us when I opened the door to my room after I took a shower. Huh? Kate was in my room, and her hand was inside my bag that was on the table. As soon as she saw me come in, she quickly hid her hand behind her back. What are you doing? Did you steal something from my bag? I didn't. Sis, you're so mean. Are you suspicious of me? Shut up and show me your hand that you hid behind your back. When I aggressively told her, she reluctantly showed her hands. And in her hands, she held a banknote. You tried to steal my money? I bet she's gotten worse after being spoiled so much by her husband. She's horrible. I can't help it. When I asked Mom for some pocket money, she told me to do something about it myself. I know you won't give me any too because you always treat me like a robber. If you need money, get a job. Yes, Kate has been lounging around at home since she moved back in with us. But then, surprisingly, she said she found a job and started to go out frequently. I guess she was making a decent amount of money because of the parcels of the things she bought online kept arriving at our house. She stopped asking Mom for money and never tried to steal from me again, so I was feeling relieved. Then, one day, I was on a business trip for a week, and in the morning of my second day of the trip... Oh gosh, the day after when I go back home is my friend's wedding ceremony! I forgot to find my dress in the closet! I suddenly remembered. I wanted to find the dress and get it out of the closet so that it wouldn't stink. So I called my mom. Hello, Mom! So I do this and that, and I put it on speaker mode. Hello, Paige, can you hear me? Huh? Yeah? Good! My flip phone broke yesterday and I got a new smartphone. Oh, you're finally making your smartphone debut! But I'm struggling to use it. Kate taught me how to, but she's not the best teacher. Can you teach me more about it when you come back from your business trip, Paige? Yeah, of course. I actually have a favor to ask too. Can you get my dress out from the closet? Then I hung up the phone call. When I went home after my business trip and opened the door to my room... What is this? My room was full of stuff. From exercising machines to furnitures and clothes. Things were all over the place and it was a mess. And the ends of the dress that Mom got out of the closet for me got caught in the exercising machine and was ripped. There's no one other than Kate that would do something like this. I quickly went to buy a new dress and I yelled at Kate when she came home in the night. Kate, what is going on with all those things in my room? And you even placed all those things randomly. Because of that, the ends of my dress ripped and I had to buy a new one. Oh, you're talking about those things. I can't do anything. I didn't have enough space. That doesn't mean that you can use my room as storage. Get them out of my room right now. Huh? That's too much work. As she said that, she took out her wallet. How much did your new dress cost? I'll pay for it. I'll also pay you to clean the room so that you can clean the room yourself. How much do you want? Her wallet was full of banknotes. Why is your wallet so full? Don't tell me you're doing something dangerous to make money. No way! I'm not doing anything dangerous. Well, if I were to explain my job, I provide people with dreams. Huh? I don't care, but make sure you don't cause us trouble or we won't help you out in any case. When I was teaching Mom how to use the smartphone... Oh, by the way, after I started using this smartphone, an unknown number keeps on calling me, so I want you to teach me how to reject those calls. Huh? An unknown number? I never answer them, though. Kate told me that there are a lot of frauds involving smartphones, so she said to ignore calls from unknown numbers. But they keep on calling me, so I was getting scared. I also think you should ignore them and reject those calls. Alrighty, I'll teach you how to do that. A few days later, when my mom and I were having some tea on the weekends while Kate was asleep, the doorbell rang. I was wondering who would visit us in the morning on a weekend, but I answered the intercom and I found two men outside whom I didn't recognize. Who are you? At that moment, I realized. I saw that one of them had a lawyer's badge on their chest. Why is a lawyer visiting our house? I was surprised, but then the man without the badge said,
I finally found you, Penny!
Huh? Penny?
It's me, Sean! I went to see you at the address you told me, but it turns out it's fake. I hired a detective, and I finally found this place. Come out! I'm gonna sue you for marriage fraud!
Huh? Mommy, Penny, guilty? For marriage fraud? No way! I think it's a misunderstanding.
Don't act dumb! I know you're Penny!
I'm Penny? What is this person saying? He's not making any sense. Wait a minute, you must be misunderstanding. First of all, I'm not Penny.
You took advantage of me, who was eager to get married. You told me you'd get married to me, so I gave you money on our dates and even gifted you vouchers of online shops through our texts. You better give all of them back to me.
Online vouchers? Is he talking about... I gathered all the things this guy Sean said and all the things I've been feeling suspicious about recently in my head. And then... Oh, it must be that! It must be Kate! That girl, she's really messed up this time. This time she won't be getting off the hook so easily. Us scolding her aren't enough. When I was thinking of what to do with Kate...
Maybe I trusted you too easily, But what you did is a crime, Penny! It's unforgivable!
He was yelling. I agree.
I know, right? I bet you can't help but agree. You agree?
Please wait a moment. Penny and I will meet you at the door right now. After I called Mom, we opened up the door.
You finally showed yourself, Penny! How dare you deceive me? Wait. Hey, where's Penny?
Huh? That's me. Who are you?
So, I'm telling you to get Penny.
I am Penny.
What are you saying? Penny's still in her mid-30s.
Huh? Oh my, you're flattering me. Do I look like I'm still in my 30s? Paige, did you hear that? I guess I'm young. No, Mommy Penny. Look at my mom. She's such a joker. Sean was exchanging confused looks with his lawyer. Then, at that moment...
Ah! Why are you so noisy so early in the morning? Gosh!
Kate came out the door yawning, but as soon as she saw Sean, she made a shocked expression.
You're... Penny!
And? Sean shouted as he pointed at Kate.
I think I should go back to sleep.
She tried to escape to her room, so I said, hey, wait a second! I pulled Kate by the ear and forced her to come near us.
Ow! Ow! Stop it, sis!
After that, Mom and I took Sean and his lawyer to our living room, and we made Kit sit down in front of us. And
I came across Sean's post on SNS. He said his grandmother had terminal cancer and that her last wish is to be invited to his wedding. It said he wanted to get married real quick. It said he was a CEO on his profile and he looked like he was desperately looking for a wife. So I thought he'd give me a lot of money if I agreed to marry him. Then he actually did give me so much money. Isn't that hilarious? He gave me vouchers via DM and he even gave me tens and thousands in envelopes.
Kate!
No!
You received vouchers for him, so that's why we kept on receiving parcels every day from online shops. And you were planning to run away when he got suspicious, so you used Mom's name.
That's because Sean asked my real name, and I knew I would be in trouble if I told him my real name, but if I used a random name, I thought I'd forget it. I'll never forget if I told him that name was Penny.
I bet you also told Mom's number instead of yours. Mom's been receiving a lot of calls from an unknown number.
That's definitely my number! I was asking Kate to meet my parents and grandmother, but she never agreed. So I got suspicious, and I told her to tell me her phone number because I only knew her Line account, and I also asked for her address. Then she sent me an address that didn't exist and Miss Penny's number via Line. After that, she blocked me online. So I was calling Miss Penny's number repeatedly.
It's because Sean told me he'll sue me if I don't tell him my real phone number. I was scared. Well, I sent you my mom's number, so technically you can get in touch with me. Why are you here with your lawyer? You're so mean.
Shut up!
Kate's face was glittering from all the sweat, and after she cried out pathetically.
But I'm at blame too. Miss Penny, Miss Sister, I'm very sorry. Your voice and Kate's voice, they're very different. I would have realized if I paid more attention. I was panicking, so I misunderstood and insulted you.
No, I'm very sorry about my sister. I know an apology isn't enough to make you forgive us. We really can't apologize to you enough no matter how many times we apologize.
No, I think I wasn't able to judge properly because I was too worried about my grandmother. I think I learned a life lesson.
Right? I was just getting money from you in return of giving you hope. Come on, just leave with your lawyer now.
This girl, I really can't understand her. Mom, this horrible girl doesn't seem to feel bad. What should we do? Oh, Paige, she really messed up this time. We can take her to the police, but we should rather... Mom took out her phone and put it by her ear. And... Hello, is this Grandpa? It looks like she was calling my grandpa.
Huh? Grandpa?
Kate really messed up this time. You told me before that if we really needed your help, we can always have her work at the hotel your friend owns. The one that's so strict where you'll be treated like you're in jail.
What is that? I've never heard about it before.
My grandpa knows a lot of scary people. He knows many scary people all around the country and even worldwide.
Oh, yes, please. Should I just take her to your closest station? Panicora Station?
Panicora Station? That's so close to my grandma's house. I was actually planning to go visit her after this. I'll be responsible and take her there.
What? Wait a minute! Thank you very much. We'll make sure to give you all of her salary.
Yeah, you have to be kidding! No way! No!
Like this, we forced Kate, who was weeping, to go inside Sean's car. Sean got into the driver's seat with the lawyer sitting next to him, and the car left our house. After that, Kate got a live-in job at a hotel that was owned by Grandpa's friend. It seemed like her job was way harder than what we heard from the rumors. A week later, Grandpa went to see how she was doing and took a photo of her. But Kate had lost so much weight in a short period of time and was looking very old. By the way, even if she managed to pay back Sean using all of her salary, we won't free her from that hotel. So Mom and I plan to make her work there forever. I bet the hotel is the only place that will hire a person like her in the first place. After we finished paying Sean, we plan to donate all the money Kate made to a volunteer organization. On the contrary, we live a very calm and happy life now that Kate's not here. When I came home the other day after work, I'm home!
Welcome home, Paige. Dinner's ready.
Wow! There's so many dishes I've never seen before!
I tried new recipes from the recipe app you taught me the other day, Paige.
As expected from Mom. I gave you a brief lesson and you memorized how to use the smartphone in no time.
It's because you're so good at teaching.
Yes! Thank you for the meal! I'm Paige, a 30-year-old housewife. I live with my husband Ryan, who works at a well-known corporation. Ryan is so kind. For example, in the morning the other day, I had trouble going to sleep yesterday, so I'm still sleepy. Oh, Ryan, you're awake already? You're up early.
Morning! Breakfast is ready.
Huh? You prepared breakfast for me?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling sleepy this morning. The laundry's also in the dryer right now.
Wow, thanks!
No, I have you to thank for doing housework every day. But if you're still feeling sleepy, you can go back to sleep.
And when there's a bug inside our house, Ryan would gently capture it in a bag and free it outside. If a bicycle has fallen down onto the floor, he volunteers to fix it upright. When he sees an old person having trouble to put their bags on the shelves, he is so kind that he would rush to help them out. I'm so happy that I got to marry Ryan. But with my parents-in-law, Noah and Isabel, I haven't been able to maintain a good relationship with them. Ryan was from a typical competitive household, so everyone in their family had graduated from prestigious universities. In contrast, I got a job after I graduated high school. It seemed like Noah and Isabel disliked the fact that his son married a high school graduate. In addition, Ryan already had a fiancée who his parents arranged for him to marry. She was from an affluent family, but he refused, saying that he wanted to marry me instead. His fiancée gladly accepted his apology, saying that she also wanted to choose her own husband and not to worry about her. But when I visited his parents to inform them about our marriage, they said something like this. Huh? You're marrying a high school graduate? Of course not!
Besides, you have a fiancé. But the fact that she's a high school graduate doesn't matter. I want to marry Paige. And about my fiancé, she said she was having doubts about having an arranged marriage.
I don't care about how you both feel about the marriage. Listen, if you get married to her, we'll get connections with a wealthy family. You managed to get a job at a well-known corporation, but we never know what would happen in the future. If you get married to a woman with an affluent background, you'll be able to maintain your status forever. Marrying a girl from a questionable background? Life is more difficult than you think. Questionable background?
Hey, Mom! You're being too mean. The reason why you were able to go to private school since you were little is because you had us as your parents. You also got a job at a nice company. It's your duty to listen to us in terms of your marriage as well. Have you forgotten about all the things we've done for you?
They were like this. The conversation wasn't taking us anywhere, so he finally reached out to grandfather for help. And his grandfather persuaded Noah and Isabel, and we were able to get married. For Noah and Isabel, Ryan was their only son, who they finally got pregnant with at a relatively old age. Noah had already retired from his job, and because his father helps him pay back his debts and partially pay for their living expenses, they never dared to go against him. But he passed away as his disease got worse. Until then, Ryan's grandfather told Noah and Isabel that he would never forgive them if they dared to do something to me or Ryan, but after he passed away, they've been telling us to get a divorce. And would even barge into our house saying that having a daughter-in-law who was a high school graduate was an embarrassment to their family. Whenever that happens, Ryan would apologize to me saying that I had to feel hurt because of him. But I think it's not Ryan's fault at all. Considering how kind he is and how he tends to hold everything in, I bet he thinks it's all his fault. In order to return the favor for looking after him all these years, he even sends them money after his grandfather passed away. I thought it was natural for him to think that way, and because they approved our marriage at the end, I wouldn't force him to stop sending them money. But a year after I got married with Ryan, something unforgivable happened. The doctor found a tumor in my mom, Penny's brain, and she had to be hospitalized. Because it was still in an early stage, it wasn't much of a big deal, but I was so worried about her. For a while, I kept on going back and forth from my house to the hospital where she was staying at. But one afternoon, after I came home from the hospital, Isabel gave me a call. Yes? Hello? Paige, where were you this noon? Huh? Oh, I guess you visited us again today. I bet she stopped by just to tell me to get a divorce with him again. My husband and I waited for 2 hours in front of your house. I know you're cheating on my son. Huh? Why do you think that? I'm not cheating on him. Then where were you? There's a tumor in my mother's brain, so she's being hospitalized right now. Huh? A tumor? Yes, I think I'll be out often to visit my mother, so I wouldn't be at home during the day, even if you come over. A tumor in her brain? Considering how stupid you are, your parents must also have a bad brain. Huh? You get a tumor in your brain because you have a weak brain. Stupid people contribute nothing to society, so they should just end their lives quickly. I've been holding in my frustration no matter what they told me. We got married against their will, and I did feel apologetic about it. But I can endure it if she insults me only. But I can't forgive her for saying something so rude to my precious mother. She definitely lacks common sense. Can you please take that back? Huh? How would you feel if you were the one who got a tumor in your brain, and my mother said that she hopes your life to end quickly? Think about it. I graduated from a prestigious private university, so your mother would never dare to say something like that to me. Huh? What is that logic? It's not making any sense. Hurry up and just get a divorce with my son quickly. He's always been kind and mentally weak, so he's just giving in to you and your strong opinions about maintaining the marriage. As his parents, we have to lead him to a happy future. Like that, she just hung up. But 2 days later, Ryan had a day off from work, so when we visited my mother at the hospital together...
How are you feeling, Mommy Penny?
Ryan, thanks for coming. Oh, it's nothing. The doctor also said I'd be able to go home soon, so there's nothing to be worried about.
Phew, that's a relief. But don't push yourself. Let's cook together again with the three of us. Remember? You still haven't kept the promise to teach me the delicious recipe for the meat and potato stew.
It was at that moment.
Darling, it's in this room.
Oh, you're right. Ryan, you're also here. Hello there, Mommy Penny. Stupidly, Noah and Isabel came in. Huh? Why are you two here? I never told you which hospital.
We visited your house, but you weren't there. So we assumed you were visiting Mommy Penny at the hospital.
We decided to visit all the hospitals near Mommy Penny's house, but this was the only large hospital, so it didn't take us much time to locate her. As she said so, she took out the divorce papers from her bag.
What is this?
Paige doesn't agree to get a divorce with Ryan at all. Can you persuade your daughter to get a divorce quickly?
Hey, Mom!
Then my mother stopped Ryan with her hand. I bet she was trying to tell him to leave it to her.
When Paige and Ryan were having their wedding ceremony, I remember you two looking grumpy. His grandfather was also seated at the same table, so you had to stay silent. That was how it looked from my perspective. Why do they have to get a divorce exactly?
Hearing her question, Noah and Isabel seemed confused for a second, but then they suddenly started laughing. You're asking why? Of course it's because a high school graduate like Paige is not fit for Ryan. You can't even understand such a simple thing. You must be really stupid. I heard you're being hospitalized because there's something wrong with your brain. A tumor must have formed because you have a stupid brain.
Are you sure your brain is functioning properly?
Gosh, they said it to her directly. There's no way I can forgive them for it. Who would have imagined Noah and Isabel to end up with that terrible fate?
Well, they definitely didn't see that coming.
So, Noah and Isabel continued to insult my mother as usual, like the rude people that they are.
The daughter must also be stupid because there's something wrong with the mother's brain. It would be so much trouble if your stupid disease comes into our family. We have to cut relations as soon as possible. Come on, quickly, tell your daughter to sign the divorce papers.
Unlike the people with poor educational backgrounds like you, our kind is necessary for society. If you contaminate us with that stupid disease, you're gonna cause the whole society some trouble, so can you get out of our life?
You both! I had enough!
Huh?
Ryan, who was always calm and kind, had finally lost his temper.
He stood up from his chair and was glaring at Noah and Isabel with an expression I've never seen him make.
Ryan,
I couldn't help but open my eyes wide in surprise because he has a whole different person, with a dark aura surrounding him.
You both better apologize to Mommy Penny right now! Mommy Penny is my precious mother-in-law!
How dare you! We've looked after you all these years, but look at how you're treating us! How rude of you!
She's right. Are you returning evil for good? Your mother and I have no reason to apologize to them. Shut up! You're asking if her brain's functioning properly? That's exactly what I want to ask you! And you always say like it's all thanks to you that I got to a private school, but it was actually Grandpa who paid for everything. I know it! When I went to tell Grandpa that you opposed to our marriage, he told me everything. He even apologized to me so many times about how I ended up with parents like you who lack common sense. Although it's none of his fault. Well, I'm thankful that you gave birth to me, so I've been sending you money to at least return some of the favor, but I don't care anymore. I'll no longer be sending you money.
Wait a minute. You'll stop sending us money?
That's too much. We're still in debt.
I've been trying to stay silent, but referring to your duty as parents as a favor, usually parents wouldn't take advantage of that and force their kids to listen to what they say, nor make their kids support you financially. Plus, you're making your child pay back your debts instead as if that's natural. How embarrassing. You said that your kind was necessary. Why would society want people like you? We don't need your kind.
How dare you!
An outsider like you should shut up. This is a problem between us and Ryan.
It's you who targeted me and attacked first. If you don't want me to tell you these things, you shouldn't have looked down on me in the first place. Paige, Ryan, you both should break relations with these kinds of people. You don't want to live your life having them as a burden.
You're a family of poor educational backgrounds.
I don't know if you have a high educational background, but you can't even support yourselves. How come you can be so confident? Such an embarrassment.
Shut up! Let's leave, darling. Ryan, do whatever you want. We'll manage even without your help.
Right! You better not look down on us!
Like that, Noah and Isabel got furious and left.
But a few weeks later...
Ryan, send us some money again, please!
We're your parents! Open the door for us! Let's talk this out!
Because Ryan and I both blocked their contacts, Noah and Isabel directly came to visit us and begged. Through the intercom, we can see them begging on their knees. We never thought our house was under your name.
We wanted to pay back our debts by selling the house and land, but that old man, he's still getting revenge on us even after his death!
Yes, the house they live in used to be under Ryan's grandfather's name. As for the ultimatum for when they caused any more problems to Ryan after his death, he had changed the owner's name to Ryan's name. The two of them were crying and yelling, so we thought it would trouble our neighbors and called the police on them. Shortly after that, the police officers took them somewhere, but when they were being arrested...
Please forgive us! Both of our pensions aren't enough to pay back our debts in time!
Please, we'll apologize to Paige as well. They were crying uncontrollably. After that, Ryan sold the house and the end. Noah and Isabel had to live on the streets. At first, they seemed to be staying at a cheap guest house, but soon their money ran out, and they had to start living by the river, getting shelter from cardboard boxes. At some point, they couldn't bear it any longer, and they also had to pay back their debts. So they started working part-time, but because of their old age, they didn't have enough energy. So they both ended up quitting their jobs and deciding to borrow money from the underground lenders. Now they work abroad, risking their lives after underground lenders introduced them to a job that old people can also manage. After the incident, Ryan and I moved somewhere else, so they would send letters to my parents' house saying, "Dear Paige and Ryan, help us! Please help us so that we can go back to Japan." They told us everything that happened in that letter. Well, we ripped the letter and threw it away, though. By the way, Ryan and I are living a peaceful life in a mansion near my parents' house. My mother was able to leave the hospital the other day, so the three of us were cooking in the kitchen at my parents' house. Okay then, let me teach you my original recipe to cook meat and potato stew as I promised. Ryan, can you peel the vegetables? Paige, can you cut them after that's done?
Okay.
Mom, what else should I make? Tell me whatever you want to eat. Ryan and I will cook it for you.
Yes, you just got out of the hospital, so please, get some rest.
Really? Then I'll gladly accept your offer. I really miss your miso soup, Paige. Okay, leave it to me. I'll cook some delicious soup for you. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!